Again, it's Strategy Gaming Dojo where we find, learn, and play one more turn of the great strategy games. And we are right back into Gary Grigsby's War in the East. This is episode number 2 today. So, I guess you could say my score for endurance is a 10 here. I'm trying to go above and beyond the Call of Duty. No, I love playing this game. Are you kidding me? I couldn't wait to get back to it. We're looking really good. We're marching on Leningrad. We're marching on Moscow. We've got panzers flying about the map. But now we go down to where we're maybe struggling the most, and that is the south. But before we get there, I just wanted to look back up here a minute. So, yeah, into the south. Well, hold on. Let's go back to the central. Um, there was a comment, and I am so sorry, I forget who mentioned this, that there is a motorized unit in Krakow, so just north of Hungary. I was aware. I think that this just activated this turn, so this will come down to the south. It's part of Army Group South. But whoever mentioned that in the comments, thank you very much. That's kind of help I need from my corporals on the ground. Um, so yeah, we will move that up. That will become part of First Panzer Group, I would imagine. It shouldn't take too long to catch up, as it will be running into no resistance, hopefully anyway, across the Ukraine. I was looking at the map, there was another attack we could do here in the central, which is just this unit here. Now we still can't get up here, and this, you know, I don't want to say poor SS unit, right? I mean, that's bad form. But they are what we're playing here. They are, they just did yeoman's work out here, knocking out every aircraft or air base in the game, essentially. They almost made it here. You could probably make a movie about these guys and this week of the war as they struggled to try to get back to the German lines. They didn't quite make it. But this unit can attack one more time. It's just going to be a hasty, but that's fine. First 10 turns, I'm always attacking if I can, and if it's just not ridiculous. Uh, that's a good odd, and that knocks it back here. Now, it just retreated, but that's fine. That opens up oh my gosh, look at that. And it just so happens that this terrain is woods, which means less movement points through there, or it costs more to move through there, but they just can't quite link up. Now, if I would have done the Panzers first, I know I could have gotten an infantry unit up there. I just had no idea that we were going to just make a swath through here in some kind of heroic march. Um, but it is what it is. There's nothing, I don't think there's anything we can do about it. Also, as I was surveying the map before, I do believe. Now, where was this security unit that I wanted to move? These are orange. This one's yellow. And yellow is with the northern group, but I've got him all the way down here. Um, maybe I lost it in my mind here somewhere. There was a security unit that I thought, oh, we'll reverse it out of where it is now. I'm pretty sure it's this one in Minsk, but we're going to leave it alone for this time because we got a lot of work to do down in the south, and I think I just want to kind of get about it. Uh, there's just things we got to get taken care of. The south is our weakest spot right now. And I've mentioned that several times. And why do I say that? Well, it happened historically as well. The Soviets are much tougher in the South. They had better units down here. They're not great, but you see a lot of nines, 11s, 10s. They're not the ones and twos and fours that you see in the north and the center. So, I mean, we're running over them, or we're retreating them out at least, but it's not quite the leaps and bounds that we're getting in the other two fronts. And so, this turn, the next 3 turns or so, very important. We got to get a control of Kiev as fast as we can. We got to figure out exactly what we want First Panzer to do, I have an idea of what I want him to do, but we'll see as this develops. We got to get the Romanians on the go. Let's go, Romanians. I don't know. Are they a naturally slow people? And I'm talking about foot speed here. But I don't know. Or no, every Romanian I've ever met's nice. I'm not even joking about that. All right. Well, where do we start? Let's start back here in Krakow. Let's do that. And well, I said, could he catch up? Well, maybe only in one turn. Let's bring it all the way down here, just north, or just, how about right here? How about here? The reason I say maybe not up here is because I actually am going to start turning them south here in a minute. No, I'll bring him up here, just north of Vinica. We'll hit the space bar, and he appears magically. I'm sure many generals across history wish they could have just pushed the space bar. Now, what's going on in Tarnopol? We've got this bigger force. I don't think we need that. We don't. Right. So this security, oh, this is the one we talked about this. Okay, this security unit, let's break it into threes. Let's break it into threes. Can we? Did we try to do that last time? And we just can't do it? It won't break up? Oh, that's right. It's a brigade. It's a brigade. I'm sorry. I saw the number of men there, and it really is bigger than a normal brigade. Okay. Well, misfire. That's fine. We'll do something else. Um, this security unit is a division. But this is light urban, so we would have to keep at least. Now, see, it doesn't have enough men though. If we break that into threes, we couldn't get up to 4,000 men, which is what we would need to double and carry a garrison there, or to cover the garrison there. Dang security units. I've got it. I've got it. Sorry. Um, I played War in the Pacific in between here, and then, you jump from one game to the other, and sometimes you forget what you're doing. This is what I was going to do. This security unit that we left behind here to just kind of try to make sure no Soviet units were out here, just lurking, we're going to move that up to Brest-Litovsk. Brest-Litovsk is a city, so we can cover it with this unit easily. Easily, actually. It's a full division, um, but it doesn't have 6,000 men. When you break these down, you want it to have 6,000 men. So you get 2,000, 2,000, 2,000. They can cover three cities, but this doesn't have quite enough. We would have to do two and one. Same with this one. But I actually do want to go ahead and break it down. I do want oh, I just broke that one down. Well, that's fine. I wanted to do that too. Okay, so we're going to send two of these up to Brest-Litovsk. Can't quite get there. That's okay. Up they go, and they'll cover that requirement. Between the two of them, they've got enough. It's too bad. They just miss being able to do it with one. This unit then does not have enough, but if I put it with one of these, it will, and then we'll have three, once there were two, by the magic that I'm doing here. Okay, so we're going to have him actually kind of just wander out here, just making sure, maybe even, breaking up through here, coming through here. I mean, it's just one little security. It's a broken down, it's a brigade essentially now. So I think we'll have that come here, and just try to clear that up a little bit, just to make sure, just to make sure. Oh, Chris G, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate that. It's always very nice to hear. Thank you. I'm glad. Hopefully you found them very helpful. Uh, it gets you into the game. It's a great game, or maybe you've played it for a while and it just has some helpful hints and stuff. Uh, I've got a Romanian on the chat. Well, I'm glad you don't offend easily, my friend. Indeed, indeed. Um, Great. I'm glad to hear that, Chris. That's fantastic. My name is Chris as well. Um, That's good. So yeah, I'm going to also do War in the West if you want to play that one eventually. And we're doing War in the Pacific. So I joked on the previous stream, Gary Grigsby's got to send me a gift basket this Christmas because I am just promoting the hell out of the guy. And for good reason. Best games ever made. Okay. Well, we've done that with the security units. We've moved the unit out of Krakow, and now we can kind of really get into the thick of it. All right, let's start back here. So what are we going to do? Well, we're advancing on Kyiv. You can now see the startings of a defensive line here. And I'm not talking American football. The Soviets are lining up here. As a matter of fact, before we do that, you know what I'm going to say. Let's run some recon. Let's see what we can find, or anything else we can find or find out about any of these units. We run these out here. We've got the air miles. There's no reason to skimp on recon. I you know, it's a game mechanic. It's something that was actually used in the war. It's not like it's ahistorical. The Germans would be flying all sorts of recon aircraft out here, so I have no problem doing it. All right, I think we found what we could find. Let's just run one more here on the backside of. Whoa! I said that. That's wow. That was like a jack in the box. You spin the thing and the thing pops up and freaks you out. Um, Look at all these units that were hidden here in Kyiv. Well, I'm glad I ran recon because that actually changes my idea a little bit. Well, let's just keep doing it. Why not? Wow. Did you see all of those just like pop, pop, pop? Eugen, yes, I will. I will. Warn the East too. Next Thursday. Next Thursday. Be on the channel. I don't know how long I'll stream. I don't know. Yeah, they may have to revive me a couple of times. Splash cold water in my face to keep me going. Get the cut man to out here to tend to me. But I will be playing War in the East next Thursday. I've already started reading the rule book. Or what they have up. They have on the Matrix website, they have some introductory tutorial. They've got stuff that's going on up there. Nothing from a streamer other than XTRG. They've decided not to release it to any streamers, so I don't take it personally. But they've decided not to release it out. Why? I don't know. I don't know. Doesn't seem. It's not what I would do personally. I think the more people that are out there playing it, it doesn't cost them anything to push out 10 or 20 units or how many ever streamers would play this game. So I don't know. I don't know. I think maybe they just don't want people potentially releasing stuff they don't want seen. They want it to be more like Christmas Day surprise or something. I don't know. So, but starting next Thursday, I will start a campaign in War in the East 2. I'm kind of getting my arms around it. I've also been boning up on War in the West because the air war is going to be very similar. And we'll start playing War in the West sometime, maybe tomorrow, probably this weekend at some point. I'll start some War in the West just to give you a flavor of how the air war will be in War in the East too. Okay, on to this matter. Okay, well, this kind of changes things because I was already starting to think maybe I would take the Panzers back up and around here. So, kind of the opposite of what the Germans actually did, where they brought 2nd Panzer down behind Kiev to form this pocket. I'm thinking about taking 1st Panzer up here to the north. Now, I said our ultimate goal is Rostov. If I do this, it's going to be hard for them to get all the way back down here to Rostov before we get, you know, into the mud, into the late autumn and early winter when that's it. That's the end of offensive operations. It's going to be hard to get back down there. But if we're running into such a substantial force here at Kiev, and Kiev is not something we can just bypass. Now, obviously, I think that goes without saying. It's the most major town here in the south. But I will say this: we've had good luck in the north and also in the center, not actually having to do urban operations. We've been threatening pockets And as we threaten them, the AI's alarm bells are going off and they're just retreating out. Now, Kiev may be a little different because you see here, where are they retreating to? In the north, they retreat to Leningrad. In the center, they retreat to Moscow. They have the major city behind them. And so turning around and going back that way isn't, it makes more sense, right? Here, where are they going to go? Kharkov? I mean, and do what exactly? I have a feeling, and I don't know the AI programming, but if it's possible, and I was programming the AI, whatever triggers the retreat signal, I would sort of turn off around Kiev, because they don't really have any place else to go that's important, or not that important. But we'll see. We'll see. Uh, okay, we've done enough recon. Can you ever do enough recon? I ask rhetorically. Um, do I bring this unit and still keep clearing up here? I think I do. I don't really want to take him through the swamp, uh, but we'll take one step up there just to make sure nothing is in the city, then maybe back down. I can get him back across the river. Okay, that works. Let's bring this guy just north of this river. I'll bring that forward. We got some armor out here. Okay, that's not that substantial. Wonder what we've got here. Do I bring him up here, maybe? Would he still be in command? Well, none of them are going to be in command. So I'm not going to get support unit. Okay, let's bring him right there. I could still do a deliberate attack there with 6 points. Let's move the headquarters up. All right, they're all in command. How many support units do we want to put in here for one deliberate attack? That's a good question. Well, let's see. Let's first of all, before we, you know, say that. Whoops, wrong unit. There we go. Let's see what a support we have down here in the south. Um, all right, we've got some stuff. Not, you know, this is not going to be the most heavy fighting down here this time. So let's not go nuts. I tell myself. Um, we've only got one of these mixed flaks. We've got one here. Motorized light flak. That might be something good to put in with the panzers. What's he going to be attacking? Oh, it is an armored unit. Okay, so let's put one of the Jaegers in there and just to give him a little anti-tank. He's got two of these. Do they have another? Jiminy Christmas. Okay, there's two of these. We'll give him one. That should be all right. This is not the strong, it's not a really strong unit. So let's go ahead and hit that. See what happens. All right. What is that? Five, almost 6 to 1. He'll take a step back at least. Lost 34 AFVs of some sort. We don't know exactly what they are. Could be armored cars, could be tanks. We could do a hasty here. Mm. All right, we're attacking. I don't. Yeah, okay, we got better than 1 to 1 odds, but we technically probably lost the battle, but it was a stalemate really. But that's fine. Uh, you just hit them. You hit them as hard as you can because you got to keep moving forward. So that kind of takes care of our northern flank here. I'm not really worried about all of this so much. Um, in many respects, I'll probably bypass some of it. Not all, I mean, you can't just go flying by it and leave them back here, but they should continue to retreat out. And so just, that keep that in mind. I mean, they're probably not going to be staying here. They will either retreat down to Kiev or try to get out if they think that's their best option. All right, so let's then bring these guys. Now here we've got a little small ford here that we got to get across. I wish I knew the strength of that unit. A lot of armor down here. A lot of armor. Um, that's what they've sent out to confront us. Would I be better going here and hitting him again and trying to get across there? I think maybe I would. Where's their head? Why is their headquarters so far back here? That may have been a mistake on my part. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Let's shift Z. I hate when this happens. I always think I've got it on and then I don't. Yeah, this headquarters was up here. He was not. Are they low on supply? Oh, 62%, 64, 61. Okay, well, that was called general error. We did not have them in command. Okay, my bad. Um, all right, he's come up here now. We'll hasty attack and try to knock them back across the river. Excellent. They routed out. That has 194 armored vehicles in it. It just routed. It lost like 25, I think it said. And okay, I'm surprised that routed like that. Arthur's here. What's going on? How are you, Chris? Thank you, Chris G. I need all the help with pronunciation. If you haven't been watching War in the Pacific, it's kind of a running joke. Now, it might just be an inside joke between me and me, but some of my Dutch pronunciations are off, which is very close to German, right? Although well, I don't know. Do the yeah. Anyway, um, and so a lot of my Dutch pronunciations out in the Dutch East Indies generate a lot of laughs, at least for me, because I know that they're nowhere close. And then I get people that will send me um, the Wikipedia where it actually pronounces it for you and you can hear it, which is probably the help I need here. So if you do see something I am pronouncing incorrectly, it is not intentional, believe me. So help me out. Help me out all you can. Um, Is it Kiev? Oh, well, Frostbite, I've heard it both ways. Now, that's one that I will stand up for myself on. I hear some people say Kiev, but maybe they don't know what the hell they're talking about, and that's very possible. You get that quite often. Uh, Kiev is always how I pronounced it before. And then I started hearing people say Kiev. So it's Kiev. Okay, well, that's how I'd always pronounced it my entire life. For the opportunities I've had to say it, that is how I thought it was pronounced. All right, well, I'm going to say Kiev then. It sounds nicer than Kiev, I think. So I'm going to say Kiev. Um, what else is going on here? PETA 0976. Well, thank you very much. Thank you for saying that. We've got an Austrian here as well. We've got a real United Nations in this chat all of the time, and I love it. That's great. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you very much again for the kind words. It always does mean a lot to me. Right. Where are we here? We're at the ninth or 29th core. 29th core. I do know my Roman numerals. If so I know Roman. Yes, I know it's Latin. Before somebody in the comments says they spoke Latin, not Roman, I do know that. All right then. Where I can't get up through this pass, which maybe would be ideal, and just try to go around these units. This is a pretty weak motor. Oh, well, they just lit up. This is nothing. All right. I was kind of worried about very little there, I think. We can get across the river there. I like that. Now we're not going to get support units from any hasty attack because I did have to move the headquarters. I'm not sure why I left that headquarters back there. That's one thing I will say, just from having played this game a bunch, is when you move I move one core at a time, and then when I move it, at the at the end of it, to the extent I can, I try to move the headquarters up to where I want it at the end of the turn. And that way, you really reduce the amount of times that something like that can happen, where your guys are just a little bit out of command because they moved forward, you didn't move your headquarters. Or what really happens is you've got your headquarters there. You've got your headquarters, you've got them in command, right? They knock some stuff over, you move them up, and then you move on to the next ones and you don't remember. So I always try to move every division I can in the core. So, kind of how I want them to move. Now, sometimes there's operations where you're going to have to move another core in conjunction with them. But I try to move all of the divisions, then move the core up headquarters at the end of the turn. Um, it works for me. I very seldom ever have something out of command. That's why I made a big deal out of it when I had that one Panzer division down here that was one hex out of command. That kind of peeved me. I don't know how this happened. I haven't had something like that happen to me in a while. But okay, it happened. We move on. It's not going to be believe me, that's not going to decide whether you win the war or not. Okay, we've got a gun battalion that we'll throw in. We're going to do a lot of attacks with these guys. So let's get in here what we can without going, you know, berserker on it. Panzer Jaegers. I always remember that now because of Jaeger shots, which kind of makes, my tummy not feel well when I think back about those college days. Um, all right, all right, this looks good. Now we've got this guy across the body of water, so let's attack with him because he's going to have a, better. We're going to have to do a deliberate attack. I want to get that armor out of here. So, all right, we knocked him back. That's fine. That'll allow us to get this one across as well. And then let's turn and do another deliberate attack right there. We used up, that's great. We got two deliberate attacks out of him after he got across the river. That's great. Now this unit, am I going to move him down here? I don't know. Hold on. Let's go here. Ah, crap. I can't get a deliberate attack in, but let's try a hasty and see if it works. We're going to move him. I'm not sure. Okay, straight back. And now the boa constrictor is starting to come in on Kiev. It does sound nicer. I always thought that was right. Um, Deliberate? Do we do a deliberate? Can we do another hasty here? Now that's infantry on armor, and we're not getting support units, but that's all right. Okay. So we have a good general, or would generally in the German army, you're going to have good generals, and they'll do this. They'll go scout, and they'll say, I'm not liking the odds. So let's get out of here before we take a big loss. The Soviets do not have that. I mean, they have the game mechanic. They just don't have good enough generals to take advantage of it. So, yeah, it is one big advantage you have as the Germans. Now, amongst many others, again, you play this game enough and you think, my goodness, how did the Soviets hold on even long enough to, you know, get more production going, to get more lend-lease, to get everything, to get what they needed to. It didn't hurt that they had their best troops in the east and could rail them west, but it's just amazing the disparity between these two armies at the start. All right, I guess I'm going to do a deliberate attack because if I can open this up, now they may close it, but we can bring these guys straight down here. It'd be nice to get those two. Let's hope he routes, actually. I don't think he will, but that's fine. Okay, so we knocked him back into what hopefully will become a pocket. And if you're doing that, you're doing all right, Jack. Um, we're good there. The headquarters, you know what? Well, I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do with this unit that backed out of Zytomir. I don't really want to tangle with him because it's just going to take time and movement points, but we may have to. Let's repair some rail while I ponder that question. Um, Whoops. All right. Now, what direction do we want to take this rail? I think we keep it going this way. Yeah, I think that's how I usually do it. I think you just keep kind of going this way, and then you would turn north into Kiev. Um, you could also keep going straight, but I'll probably take it into Kiev. You know I'm going to say that a lot this episode now. Now that I feel confident of the pronunciation. Okay. All right. Rail is done, at least here. We got to get that Romanian unit way down south, hopefully churning along. Um, so this is the headquarters for these three units. Do I dare bypass this one because he's got nowhere to go and isolate him? Well, first of all, we're moving into a Soviet hex there. That's nominally still a Soviet hex. I'm just not sure. Well, you know what? These guys aren't ready to get all the way to Kiev anyway. So let's do that. Let's put some support units here in the 55th and go ahead and take a shot at that with a deliberate attack. But we're going to do it with two units even to make sure we hopefully knock him back. Stooks, Werfers, okay. Let the rockets fly. That's what I say. Um, that's fine. He can come here, so we're into Zitomir. It's always nice when you take these without shots being fired. I mean, we've been either lucky or good to be taking urban area after. Look at those. That's what you're looking for. Um, well, that was an interesting place to retreat to. I don't think that's where I would have gone. Um, wow. Okay. Um, such a interesting place to retreat. Straight across the river, right in between two German divisions. I'll give him points for being bold. Let's. How far up here can he? Oh, he can get across the river. That's good. Okay, let's bring him just to the south east of the river there. Can he go further? Nah, that's fine. All right. Oh, different unit now. All right. Oh, he's still got 14. Let's actually turn back since we've already got support units into this one. And do we do that or do we do that? Let's do this. This is the stronger unit out of the two divisions we have there. Let's hit him hard again. Well, we didn't get a very good dice roll, evidently, but he did surrender. That's 10,000 men, 104 artillery pieces. Wow. Like I say, the numbers in this game sometimes of just it's just mind blowing. Um, okay, this all looks good. Maybe we'll move 6th Army headquarters up. Von Reichenau still in command. With General Paulus is nowhere to be seen. Obviously, very famously walking out there in Stalingrad after he had met and tendered his surrender. Um, okay, we've got this unit and this unit that are still in 6th. So that he's only Von der Chevalier is only commanding two divisions. It's this one, yeah, this one and this one. All right. Now, where are we going to try to break through here? This might be one of those cases we move down to the 17th Army and figure out where the breakthrough is going to happen, like right here, before we move these two units. Now, we could move them north and really push towards the city and then just ring it. Um, Yeah, I mean, a 7, a 10, a 9, a 6. I don't know what this is. It's armored, obviously. Um, we also have these units, these mountain units coming up. How far can they go? Well, they can get up here and do like hasty attacks. That's something to think about. How far can this one get? He can get up here too. Or do we want those? These guys might actually kind of build our corridor here. We've got first out here sort of on its own. As we talked about in the center, you got to build a corridor because you can't risk a Soviet counterattack that breaks off your supply to your motorized divisions. Um, hmm, interesting. There's a lot of moving parts in the South. We've also got these two free agent units that I talk about sometimes. I call them free agents because I think they're still hooked up to OKH. They are. Oh, and we have a mountain division there too. Goodness gracious. It's a abundance of riches. Better this way than the opposite. All right, we're going to bring these guys up and start building, a little bit of a corridor here. So we'll bring these guys all the way from the back. We'll put one there. We'll space them like two if we can, every two. One there. Now this guy maybe he's got to move through a lot. Oh, no, he can get here. He's going to go there. We're just going to kind of build this fence here. And then this guy, I think this is where we hit them. We've got a 2 and a 1 and a 4 and a 3 and a 1 and a 1. Can I even do a hasty? No, I can't. Okay. Let's bring him here. Right. And then we'll bring the headquarters up just right behind them. That's fine. It's not going to really matter. I'm just doing that so I remember to move it. He only has a hasty attack left anyway. So let's hit that armored unit with a mountain division of all things and retreat it back. We're going to try to bust through right here. That seems to be their weak spot. He can move forward one. He can't do anything else. Now then, all right. This is good. Um, Although some of these units we need to kind of shift around a little bit south. How to do this exactly? Okay, so we've still got these two units. That's right. Okay, we can start shifting these south. That works. Um, I think the first attack then I'll do. Sorry, I just want to make sure I get this right. It's a turning point. If I was making a documentary, I would say. Uh, do I bring him all the way down here? Sure. All right. Let's bring him down here. Now this guy's got nothing left. We could put support units in here. So let's do that. And he still has a deliberate attack left. Oh, we got a lot down here. Mixed. Let's do this howitzer battalion. Um, Mixed flak. Yeah, we got a lot of stuff down here, so that's great. We'll do one bit of rockets, and let's go back here. Gosh, I'm so tempted. His headquarters is not moved, so let's try a hasty attack. That may not be a, oh, that was a perfectly fine idea. Now he was just going to retreat back, but now you can see where the hole is going to be. Now he can do a hasty attack here. I don't actually think he's going to move this unit back, but we're going to soften him up for the next. Yeah, this is 1-to-1 odds. That's fine. Um, this is right on that dividing line here. We're with the Sixth Army. Excuse me. But we're going to start shifting these guys down this way to support First Panzer. Um, and let's see if it works. That's always the real question. If it works, I'll look like a genius. All right, let's. Oh, I can't do another attack? Really? Why not? Well, hell, I would have done a deliberate attack on him. Oh, we can do it this direction, though. Well, what am I not seeing about that terrain? That's clear, right? It's clear. Clear. We're in a town. I do kind of wish, I guess it would make the map too cluttered, but sometimes you forget these little dots mean town. I don't forget. You just don't kind of notice it. Um, hmm, Interesting. Okay, but he can attack this way, which seems a little odd to me, but I'm gonna let her fly. Ah, nice. Those were nice odds. Hopefully he steps back like here. Ah, look at that. Okay. That looks good. Now then, these guys can start pouring through here, and you can see the other side of the pocket that's going to form. We also can trap these guys, I think, as well. Uh, where to go now? I kind of need to get rid of this unit. It's messing up my movement. Do I bring this down here and just attack there? I guess I could. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, he's still on. Could also bring him here, but I think I'll put him there. And I think I'll do a deliberate attack there with him. All right, deliberate, and let's hopefully blow it, just blow him out. Now he's probably, yeah, he just retreated, but that's okay. This kind of opens it up a little bit more. Hmm. All right, so we'll go to the unit that's the furthest back, right here, and we'll have him do a deliberate attack. Pushing him back into that pocket. I like it. Now he'll go here. Is he still? Yeah, he's still in command. We'll have him do a deliberate attack on the armor. They may just route. Nope. Shoot. I was hoping they would. Okay. Now then, we've got one more unit that can keep on trucking here, and we're through the gap. We'll hasty attack there. We didn't even get support units. Still got really nice odds though. He just okay. That's fine. Um, Hmm. This opens up real possibilities, gentlemen, and I'm just not exactly sure how I'm going to do this yet, uh, or how I want to do it. Let's put it that way. Okay, so we've got all those guys through the gap. Let's move their headquarters up just a smidge. That's a technical term of warfare. Let's actually stack him with that unit. That's fine. They've got no way out. The boa constrictor continues to get around them here just a little bit. I'm so tempted to take the panzers right up through here then and just get around all of this. This is probably going to end up being 300,000, 400,000, 500,000 men. Um, that's why the Germans found it very attractive to do it, but they did it with Second Panzer Group by coming south. I don't think that was the wisest choice, but Rocket Soccer, how you doing, man? Yes, I'm back. I'm back. We got to play War in the East while we can. Man, I got a little wistful earlier. I was thinking, gosh, I've spent so much time with this game, and nobody will probably really play it anymore after 2 comes out. But what are you gonna do? I'll take the new game. I'm not complaining, believe me. Um, All right, should I just keep pushing through there? I don't think so. I think these guys I need to bring down here. Um, and provide support down here. I will do a really quick hasty attack and try to push this guy back across that river. Or maybe even get him to route. That's huge. Or shatter. Okay. Well, we just took out 5,000 men as kind of an afterthought. I was not really expecting that. Now let's go stack him here. Here. Where am I? There. Get on him. Stack him there. Stack him there. Bring him here. I mean, I can go all the way out to here. I kind of like that idea. Now, can his other units get out this far? I don't know, but we're going to find out. Um, oh, look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. Shit, they can get all the way almost to Cherkasy. Do we take him this far? I ask rhetorically. Yeah, we do. Let's go. All right. Um, this then I think can come here, or do we use these units to do this part of the? I think I could make double pockets if I wanted to. Yeah, making everything but hot pockets out here. Um, Bada bing, bada boom. Hot pockets. That's what a great jingle. Still in my head after all these years. I think we bring him here. All right. And then he's got one more. Oh shit, we got one more unit. I say shit like I'm upset, but I'm not. Um, okay, let's let's keep going. Look at this. Look how far we're getting here. And it's every other heck. Man, that headquarters is like, guys, slow down. Okay, we've got a 3 and 13 in Cherkasy. That's good to know. Um, Bring him right up in here. You'll start to see my devious plan here in a moment. He's in the middle of this corridor now. All right, everybody here is on side. Everybody here is on side. Um, Recon's like, do you want us to go all the way up here, Skip? Not yet, gents, not yet. I will say just another, we were talking about tips before. With your German troops, keep them moving. For this kind of mop up, I was just looking at this unit and I thought, should I, attack with the German unit? Don't do that. Use your Romanians, your Hungarians, use them to do cleanup like this. Keep the German troops moving as much as you can. All right, gonna put him here. They're gonna build the bottom part of this wall that keeps our supply going through, or our fuel, really, most importantly. Um, we're just going to move them right through this gap. Ah, shoot, I was hoping he could actually get right there. That's all right. Put him there. All right, awesome. Can't attack there. We could, but don't want to attack there. Here sits our panzers. We're going to be moving those out very shortly. Now, he can't move anywhere. Okay, I'm just making sure I'm not leaving any movement points on the table here. No, because if we can attack like one of these little security units with a hasty attack, we would. But I think I kind of maxed those guys out. And it appears we did. Okay, if you ever decide you want to cross at Cherkasy, just be careful because there's swamp here. It's very hard to get across the river. It takes a lot of movement points to get across the river here. And so you're only going to get one hex over if you cross. I don't care how many movement points you have, generally, unless you can blow a hole so completely wide open that they don't go through they don't even rub up against Russian hexes, or Soviet hexes, sorry, Russians. Soviet hexes. Um, just when you see this, you say, oh, well, shoot, I'll just go flying up here, right? It's a little more complicated than that. Like if we took this unit here, we can't get across this turn. Um, I don't think we can get across with anything. You see here. Now, you would think with motorized we would be able to, but you can't. So just be careful with that. But now I'm wondering if I should go up this way or should I come down this way and form the pocket with these guys? Pocket here. I think the infantry's got this well under control, but we run into some supply issues if we can't link up. So we do have the 11th Army coming along here. We can start to move it a little. I think I will continue this way. We're going to go around anything of substance down here near Kirov Ograd, but hmm, all right. Just thinking, we've got motorized units that I'd like to get out here to kind of help us make this encirclement. They're just not very strong. Like he's got 37 movement points. He's only got 16 if he moves there. You're moving into Russian hex or Soviet hexes now. So why don't we do this? Let's have this air landing division, which is actually a very good infantry division, hit this guy and pray for a rout. Get him all the, oh, okay. Well, that kind of works. I could have put a support unit in with him. Like now I kind of wish I would have. It's just a matter of how far we want to bring him north. One, two, three, four, five. That leaves us with nothing. All right, let's cross there with this unit. Now let's give this, the 11th Corps, some support units. Mixed artillery, howitzer, uh, mixed flak, howitzer. Okay, I don't want to use it all up. That gives him a nice, bit there. Oh, one thing I want to go look at. Let's go back to the general screen for a second. We haven't looked a lot at this. I understand that. Um, right. I'm just looking at support levels for headquarters. You can see here command points. We're negative 26 in the center, negative 46. We do need to start taking more care of that. We could put some stuff under Northern Command or kick it up to OKH, which is essentially limitless. Um, Support level. What I was looking for is support level. I couldn't remember if support units that come on later, if they come on the map with a certain um, no, not support units, headquarters when they come on the map, because we did get that one headquarters unit that came on the map. I just wanted to make sure that it's not soaking up like all the support units. I feel like we're running not quite as strong on support units as I'm used to. All right, he's across the river. Let's do a deliberate attack there and hopefully just blow him the heck out of town. Um, oh, you son of a gun. Wow. Gosh, I hate when that happens. What was that, like 20 to 1 odds? These Soviets don't know when to quit. All right, we'll go this way. We got to get rid of this unit, and then we can bring all of this light motorized stuff that the Hungarians have. We can bring it here and use it as how we make this pocket. That's what I'm trying to get to. If you're like, what is this mad scientist up to? Um, I didn't even get better than 1 to 1. I was hoping he might. He even got support units, but didn't really matter. Okay. Gosh, we're having an easier time getting across the river up there, I'll tell you. Let's bring him forward one more. Let's do a, gosh, I hate to slow these guys down like this, but I don't have anything left over. I mean, none of this is going to get here in time. We got to get rid of this unit. So, which means I'm doing an over river attack with deliberate. So he's going to have 0 movement points left. But now we've now entered the portion of the program where I remember that it is PG-13. Um, what what in the world? That should have taken that out. Maybe. Okay, okay. Can't go that way. I can come down this way with him. All right, so let's move this headquarters. Oh, I left a Soviet hex there. Shoot. That's not gonna matter. All right. So he'll go there. He's still got 4 left. Let's hasty attack. I mean, these guys. Now they're finally out of there. They lost 1,000 men in that hasty attack, but we finally. I mean, look at. Okay, let's just back up for a second. Look at the hole in the lines there. Yeah. Once you get past the initial really stiff resistance of the Soviets in the South, it really opens up. Uh, okay, all right. Well, we didn't get out here as far as I'd hoped, but we did create the hole, and that's the important part. All right, we'll get back to our panzers in a moment, but let's get up here with this unit. Let's see what kind of Slovakian support units we have. That's not, great. They don't have any. Why aren't Slovakians producing support units? Okay, let's deliberately attack. Oh, so close to 2 to 1. We're just going to keep hitting this with these ground units just as many times as we can. We cannot allow this to exist back here. So we're going to have to take care of it one way or another. Oh gosh, I thought the game froze up there for a second. Let's hit it with the stronger one. Yeah, those aren't good odds. You don't need to be a mathematician to know that. Come on, you dang Slovaks. I'm just going to keep hitting him over and over and over. We can't have him back here, so we're going to have to figure out something. I'd love to take him out with these units. Doesn't look like that's going to happen. We'll figure out something here in a minute. Okay, he's got nothing left. They're just like, we don't want to attack that unit anymore. This guy's coming up from the back. He's tied to this Hungarian corps. What is this Hungarian? What else are they doing? Oh, this is that little mountain. Shoot, that was my bad. I meant to put these as a garrison in one of these two. Um, okay, it's whatever. That's inconsequential at this very moment. We've got bigger concerns. Son of a gun. That is really messing us up a little bit. Can we get any of these units out by him? Not really. I don't know why we can't attack there again. That unless they're just saying, no, we've had it. We've had it. Um, all right. I may have to take this unit and put him here so they can't close the gap. Because it doesn't matter. I mean, if he is rubbing up against this railway, it doesn't matter. We don't, this isn't repaired anyway. We're not getting any supply there. I just don't want him to get up into here. So this sort of surrounds him a little bit. He's got nowhere to go other than to retreat back in here. But I'll hit him a few more times. Why not? We're losing a few more men than they are, but I'm not too concerned with that. We don't have a manpower problem at this point. All right, so with his other units, then we're going to go down here and start building this pocket. Um, can I back him up one? I sort of wanted to back him up one, but that's all right. Um, hmm. Seems like kind of a waste only to move him there. He could go a lot further. He's up against a 1-on-1 there. All right, go ahead and hasty. Oh, that worked out better than I'd hoped. Oh, excellent. All right. You can see we're going to bottle up a lot. I'm not sure exactly how much. Uh, I wish I well, it didn't matter. I mean, using these units on that, it's not like they were doing anything that spectacular anyway. Uh, all right, let's see how far you can go, buddy. Up here? Perfect. Now you can see we can just jam the panzers right through here. We can encircle all of these troops, and that will be fantastic. Um, how far? Oh, look at this. All right, so he can go cut the rail out of here. Why is it? Oh, he can come around this way? Wow, that's cool. Right. Okay, let's send him right up into that gap. See what we're dealing with. That all looks fine. They could come up here. They can come down here. They could go here. I think we kind of need them to hold this little line a little bit. I mean, there's nowhere they can go there, but that's fine. That would allow me to move this further, but I'm not really, it's not too much further, and there's not much he can do. This is how you want to use Romanians, Slovakians. Their mobile units is just helping the panzers make an actual encirclement. You can go across to here. Okay, that's fine. We'll just bring their headquarters up. We'll just stack it with that unit. How about that? And then I've got this guy way out here, but I think if I put them here, they're all still in command. All right, that works. There's no way out. There's no way out. And, the Soviets have massed their forces here, but I don't think we're even going to mess with them here. I think we're just going to blow this out, come down through this gap, and then continue on, and then maybe come back up and try to encircle them again. All right. Yeah, I could have undone that one, Rocket Soccer, but it ended up being fine. Uh, I'm sitting here lamenting things that honestly are probably aren't that important down here. I mean, we're in good shape. We're about to make this, this pretty dang big pocket. I am going to get the Panzers out and through here, so that'll be good. So I'm not worried. I just when I do a move and then I'm like, it bothers me for a moment, but ultimately it's not going to affect anything. Um, we've got a lot of units back here. Slovakian Air Command. Now, why haven't I thought more about them? We'll bring them up to Vinica because we can. Or can we? Look, all their air bases are getting out of. Oh, that reminds me. Now that we're here, let's look and see if we can change their headquarters. Yes, 24 points. But that's our. Oh, it's only 5 command point. It's going to cost us 24, and it's only 5 that are getting taken out. Is that right? No, it has to be 24. Hold on. Hold on. Hold the phone. How many is he? What's he commanding? This is the air command. What? That's Army Group South. Is he really taking up 24 command points? Is that right? Can't be. Let's look at that again. He's commanding 5, but are they counting more because they're air bases? That's actually a good question. I'll have to think about that for a minute. Right. Okay, Army Group South's back there. Let's get the air bases up here with him. Might as well do that. They've got some fighters and some bombers. Those never hurt. Huh, weird. Um, what else do we have back here air-wise? We're not going to move it quite yet. One air base is out of command. All right. This air base we want to be out of command. Just looking back here, there's so many of these stray units at the start in the south that you got to keep looking back. There's just a lot more smaller units out here. I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything. All right, that all looks good. That's the only attack we can do. We can move. We can move the headquarters up here a little bit. Oh, he's got this one unit out here. Why don't we put him here so they're all a little bit closer? That's fine. Von Stulpnagel. Gosh, he's only a 4.6. How much does it cost to replace him? 8. What could we get up here? Do not put Jodl in an army. And if you see him get put into a corps, Don't put him into a corps, an army, or an army group. He's terrible. Uh, if you see him get automatically promoted into one, get him out. Uh, he's not good. We could promote someone else that's good with infantry, but we've got them all kind of in where we want. Um, I don't see anybody that's jumping off the page at me, I will say. We've got to deal with Romanian generals, so we'll just leave von Stoopnagel there for now. He is not very good. Um, we got the core there. All right. Now then, I say we move the motorized then. I think we're to that point. Let's get this motorized unit right down into here. Okay, so that's a very strong armored unit. I think I'll just leave him there. That'll be fine. Where are the other motorized? Straight up motorized, not just motorized kind of generally. Um, I think we could put them. Do we put them there? Yeah, I don't think we want to run the gap with them. Do we? Or do we not? I don't think we do. I don't want this guy to be able to bust through this. I think that motorized unit would be enough to hold. All right, what else do we have? We've got this Panzer division that we're going to bring right down. Oh gosh, it's so tempting to go up this way, but I don't think that's our best play. Let's go this way with him. He's going to do a hasty attack. Ah, shoot, we didn't even get 2 to 1, and we lost 3 dang tanks. That's not a very strong Panzer division, really. Um, okay, let's hit him again. There we go. We must have missed the dice roll the first time around. Perfect. Okay, that works. Oh, we did have a shoot. We did have another motorized unit, but whatever, it's fine. I guess he's gonna be like up here, here, here. Do we dare? We could always turn around next turn. We could form the pocket, do the pocket, and then turn around. I'm afraid they're gonna bust right through there, but I think I'm gonna put another Panzer there. I don't think they have enough movement points to get all the way to the south to get out of this vice that we're constructing. I'm going to move him here first, and let's see what they've got. Oh, just 1 and 1? Uh, and a cavalry unit? Maybe this isn't as strong as I thought, and we'll build another pocket around that. Let's hit that one, blow it out of there, and then maybe we'll go see what else they have here. Go on a hunting expedition. Didn't really want him to go that way. Let's hit him again. Go over the river. There we go. That is a route. Okay, we can't get him there. Could go there, but I don't want to do that really, because I'm going to be moving these tanks here now. All right. Um, what does this guy have left? Let's go ahead. He's got enough to do a hasty attack. Let's just try to knock this security unit out. Excellent. Perfect. All right, that works. Now then, we'll use less. Oh, we also do have this unit that's still back here. We could run them straight up here and see what's going on, or we can bring them straight down here, which is what I think I'm going to do. I'm going to go put them right down here. This, really starts to make this pocket pretty dang strong. Um, it's going to be impossible for them to counterattack into that. That's the headquarters. We've got one more Panzer division that's up here. As I said, he can really only get, all right, his other division's there. Do I do it? Do I do it? Or do I come down here? Um, hmm. How far can he go? He could go up there. That's kind of close to all of his units too. Okay, I'm going to put him up there just to see what we got going on. We could potentially get across there next turn. This Panzer division, though, I'm going to bring down here with his other group. Hold on. Let's see who's got command of what. All right, he's got those 4 divisions, right? 8 of 8. Von Mackensen, he's excellent. All right, so Von Mackensen's got good command in. We've got Kempf, who's actually also pretty good. He's got 2 divisions, one here and this one that we're about to move. All right. Where's the third headquarters? Why am I not? Oh, it's up here. Yes. Okay. This is his units down here. Got it. Okay. And we have this Panzer division as well that we can run right down here. We'll do that. Now we should start getting, be a lot better in fuel because we could also get supplied from down here. That all looks good. Hell, I'm almost tempted to attack there, but I won't. Let's put that headquarters unit down here. And then we've got 1 Panzer division left. And he's going to go right around here. Excellent. Now that is about as strong as of a pocket as you can get. And now we've got options. We can either go north next time. It kind of depends what the Soviets do. They're probably just going to mass right here. Um, we could go north and get around them, or we can get south and get around them. So that all works for me. Let's bring this headquarters up here as well. And then we'll bring von Kleist up here a little further just to make sure. I mean, they're all in command already, but that's fine. Um, you know what? Let's get nuts. Let's get this air recon base up here so we can get even deeper into Soviet territory and figure out what's going on. That all looks good. That all looks good. I'm fine with that. We got to clean this up here. We don't have any other units to clean up here, but he's got nowhere to go. I mean, he's just going to go here. The minute we touch him next time, he should surrender. These will all be isolated. I don't know. We'll see how many men it is. Could be as many as 100,000. Um, but now we've got this right here. Now we can get supply this way eventually, or this way. We could go south or we could go north. We're in a good position to do any and all of that. So I think that works pretty well. Much happier with this time in the south. That is for sure. Yeah, we'll eventually pocket these guys. Where are we? We're turn 7. We got to get out here. Let's back up a little bit. Back up a little bit even further. We've gone from here to here. We have to get here in about 10 more turns. We'll get there. We'll get there. This really opens up. You could see that this time. We'll start pushing through here like mad. Um, and just eating up territory. We could get here potentially in 5 or 6 turns if everything goes well. This is the mass contingent of their troops, so I am going to focus the panzers on them here because ultimately you're not going to take Stalino or Rostov with your tanks. They're really here to serve as light cavalry, as I always say. Okay, I think I'm going to call it an episode this time. Looking good. There is the potential I would make one later, but I'm not going to promise it. I'm going to do War in the Pacific at 10 a.m. Pacific, War in the Pacific, Pacific Coast time, at 10 a.m. PST, Pacific Standard Time tomorrow. And then I will be doing a War in the East, probably 2 more tomorrow. One at 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, and then another one after that. So, as always, thank you guys so much. I do appreciate it. And hopefully you're enjoying this and having a good time and learning something as well. Or just some helpful tips. I'm sure you guys could teach me some helpful tips. I get them every time here in the comments, and I always do appreciate it. Thank you, Phantom. Thank you, Rocket Soccer. Thanks to all of you that were here. I do appreciate. Strategy Gaming Dojo,